How you doing, everybody? This is Doug Wilson from Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex and Dark Timber Custom Knives. I'm here with Pete Kohler. He's got a few words he'd like to say to everyone, so I'm going to hand it over to him. Go, Pete.
I'll try to not take too long. I'm not used to being on camera like this, but as a lot of you know, a couple weeks ago I hurt myself pretty bad out in the mountains. I was actually playing with my own knives. I was doing not a destruction test, but just a tip test and edge retention test on a blade. I got bored at my shop and decided I would climb down the mountain that I live on and go into Stand of Woods. I chopped a tree down, started throwing the tip. After I cut the tree down, I started throwing the tip into a stump to test it, and about 5 tosses into it, the knife went right through the stump and back into my leg and cut the tendon that attaches my big toe to my shin. Slit right through it, 95% of it, and then I had to go back in and get surgery for it. And I hope that it built some awareness of people with their knives out there. I know a lot of guys will just go out into the woods, I know I do, and start playing with them. But you know, I'm using knives every single day, and it was that one time where I'm complacent and something bad happens. I didn't have anything to help me in the woods and really almost bled out. I almost died while I was in the woods. I didn't have anything on me but a leather belt to try and stop the bleeding, and it didn't work, and I had to climb out of where I was bleeding pretty bad, and it's been pretty embarrassing for me, but I hope that there's a lesson in it for people. Since then, I've had a huge amount, just an outpouring of people really being kind to me, sending me PMs on the day of my surgery, checking in on me since then. I would name names, but there's a lot of you, and you've been really good to me, and I appreciate that support. And Doug came up today. I thought he was just dropping off a little blade that I finished. It's really not about this blade at all, though. He came up because a bunch of guys put together a safety kit for me, some goodies in here, and then some stuff on top of that that's going to help me to have a safer shop, a workspace, and environment. And I can't really express how much I appreciate that. I just in looking through this kit, if I had just had this is a tourniquet from Chris Tanner. If I had just had this on me, it would have been a much safer, you know, I could have saved myself and walked out of there without having to worry about bleeding out. So, you know, all of this attention that I've gotten, all of the good people, you know, on the meeting of the Prepared Minds and just out there in general that have shown me support, I appreciate it to no end. And even guys, you know, that don't love my work have been really kind to me. So I just want to let the world know, you know, how much I appreciate that.
Who could not love your work? Who could not love your work? Even other knife makers love your work.
So, yeah. But whether people do or whether they don't, the outcry of like support has been awesome. And so I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you. You know, Doug, thanks for bringing this stuff down. And for you guys out there, I really do appreciate that. And I will be working my hardest to put out work that earns that kind of respect from people. So thank you.
All right, so real quick, thanks, Pete. The kit was a commercial kit that we purchased for Pete, and then I kind of made it better with the donations from you guys. We got a lot of different stuff that would need to be added to a commercial trauma kit that maybe isn't up to date, like quick clot, tourniquets, stuff like that. That actually works very well. So I repacked it and then made him another one for on the go. This was donated by Chris Tanner. All right, so Vanquest 6x8, and this is like a mini trauma kit that he can take with him into the bush, do whatever he needs to do with it. All right, and then the big one. All right, so it's packed with all kinds of gear. We're not going to show it to you. It is a complete trauma kit. This guy could do field surgery in the bush if he wanted to. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day with Pete, and I'll see you on the rebound. Thanks.
Hey, and I should be back up in the next 4 weeks. I haven't really gotten movement back from that tendon yet, but I'm working at it every single day. I've got some big ideas, some big stuff that's gonna come out. So definitely I'm not out of the knife game, and I'm like really looking forward to getting back in and crushing some big knives, some big blades in the near future. So I really appreciate this is gonna help make that happen. Thank you so much.
All right, so stay tuned for some more Grizzly Hawk and Timberhawk systems. They're coming down the line. Thanks.